Mom Sarah, and aspiring for position of President Students Representative here at University. A lot has been said and I don't want to waste much of your time. If you entrust me to power, I will advocate for government hostels. You'll find that most of the government universities, they have those hostels whereby those who are admitted under government, they are able to stay, but in our university, we don't have. As the resident student representative, if you entrust me to power, I will ensure that at least there is provision for government, hostels for the government students. Another one is registration of hostel. I'll work hand in hand with landlords to make sure that they register their hostel so that in case of theft, they are able to pay what students have lost. Because sometimes we pay hostel fully to 100%, but in case of any theft, like they happen to attack one student, steal everything in the hostel, landlords are less concerned, they don't compensate anything. But if you entrust me to power, I will ensure that I bridge that gap, work hand in hand with the landlord, and those things will always be compensated. Communication barrier.
Should be winding.
I've realized that there is a big gap between students and administrators, like resident students. But if you entrust me to power, I will always be available on ground and ensure that your voice are being heard by the administrators and everything that we are going through. I say this for God and my country. Your voice will always be my priority.
Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Mr. Samuel Ongaro from the Faculty of Education, doing Bachelor of Science with Education Agriculture. Yes, double main. Okay, I'm here aspiring for the post of GRC resident student. I have few things to present to you. If I'm to be confirmed the GRC for resident students, I would take note that the issue of rent is handled properly. Here I mean, I know many of us are always affected with the issue of rent, where you may not complete your rent in time, and the landlord confiscate your properties. So I will ensure I work hand in hand with the warden and the dean of students to ensure all these are settled in time. We are students, we don't have money. We depend on someone. So I will ensure all these are handled in time. I know we are 4 in number, and I'll work hand in hand with all my members to ensure this is handled in time. Secondly, I know the sanitation of our hostels are not okay. I'll ensure the sanitation is okay. How? By ensure our landlords and the caretakers, they provide us with rubbish pits, well ventilated, and a good pit latrines and dustbins, to ensure our places are not, our places of residence are not too much littered. You know, polythenes are not good for our environment, so we have to consider our sanitation. So I will work hand in hand with my colleagues and the warden of students together with the dean to ensure all those places are okay. Next is security. I know this is the major factor. It's affecting almost every gazetted hostel plus non-gazetted hostels. So I will ensure these hostels, the gazetted hostels, are provided with gates to ensure our proper security. And gate goes hand in hand with the watchmen. So I will ensure all these are in place. I cannot do all this alone, but through the administrators and as the community and the students, we can do this together. I will ensure there is it's not, I cannot do it alone, but it is the administrators to help me do this. So I will make sure I work hand in hand with the administrators to ensure they have extended the street lights around the campus here, because resident students, they stay within the campus. So I will ensure street lights are put in place so that our security is guaranteed. The issue of Wi-Fi, it's handled by my friend there. So we shall work together. I know she's my colleague in the department. Issue of non-gazetted hostels being gazetted there, that one we shall ensure it is accomplished. I think that is all. I wish you well. I pray you vote for Samuel Omaro. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Protocol observed. Idiko Fred Ibrahim is my name. A year 2 student, Bachelor's of Computer Education, residing at Florida Hostel. I'm aspiring for the position of GRC resident students. Now, as a student residing in a gazetted hostel, I've experienced firsthand opportunities and challenges which come around with living around the campus. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you not as a man with any political agenda, not as a man with any hidden agenda, not as a man with any selfish agenda, but as a man for the right purpose, with the right vision for the students residing around your university. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to take you through my pillars. Ladies and gentlemen, my pillar number 1 is improved living conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll advocate for better maintenance of the hostels and the accommodation facilities around the utilities around the university. I will also push for regular inspections for these hostels. Now, you find someone is riding in a gazetted hostel, right? But then there is a lot of what? Missing. Okay, for a hostel to be gazetted, there is a number of qualities they have to meet. Now, you find a hostel is gazetted, right? But does it really meet the expectation? My second pillar, ensure communication. Ladies and gentlemen, as the freshers come in August, I will organize and establish a resident mentorship program. That is where I will do so by pairing the new students with the new students to ensure guidance and support. Ladies and gentlemen, as a second part of the beacon, allow me to go to my third pillar, which is safety and security. Ladies and gentlemen, as I alone say, as a resident student, I experienced first-hand challenges and opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, I've experienced a problem of insecurity. So I'll provide a collaborative solution to that by ensuring there is adequate security measures provided within the residence areas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll collaborate with the security, with the campus security, to implement night patrols and emergency responses.
All right, time.
I request for 2 more minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, as a selling point of that, because I would also advocate for mental health and well-being and support of the resident students. I will do so by providing guidance and counseling sessions for the students residing around the campus. I will also promote culture of kindness and inclusivity to combat loneliness and stress. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we are voting tomorrow. Voting is tomorrow. So, as we are voting tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot do this on my own, but I need each and every one of you to collaborate with me. I cannot do it alone. So tomorrow, as you cast your ballot, remember to vote for someone who is representative, someone who listens and fights hard for you, someone who delivers, and that person is me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The Office of the Electoral Commission, the Office of the Dean of Students, my fellow aspirants, and the whole student body at large, good evening. I am Ashaba Susan, an aspirant for a guild representative for non-resident students. And as a non-resident student, I want to first bring to light what non-resident students is all about. First of all, it includes students who stay in non-gazetted hostels. Those are hostels not registered by the university. And again, those students who commute from home or town, they are not living in hostels around. So as non-resident students representative, I want to advocate for the following. We have a problem or an issue of inadequate facilities, for example, like seats, and most especially those students who commute from town and they reach here, they have no hostels. Like if it's time for after lectures and they are waiting for another lecture, they have nowhere to sit. There are not enough facilities like benches in the compounds to sit on, so that reduces the sense of belonging among them, and which should be worked upon. And again, non-residential hostels are not liable to university. The university body does not intervene much. So I will make sure that these hostels getting in contact with the landlords shall be able to make sure that they are all registered, so that they also start enjoying all the benefits of residential hostels. I say all that for God and my country.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. What kind of leaders do we need at Lira University? For that, before I vocalize on the answer for that query, Electoral Commission, the fellow contestants, and the fellow listeners who at later on will become my voters. You can identify me as Mungumeo Jimmy, Malyangomas, Kwayokomas, and political dundas. That's why I call myself the new dawn to the politics of Lira University. Boom! As a student of non-resident, we suffer and we face a lot of problems, like long distance, and also we feel like we are isolated from other students who are staying in gazetted hostel. And for that, as a good leader, I will not kowtow in that pohu by doing this. I will improve on communication and support. Even if it needs me moving from hostel to hostel, my shoe is still having new sole. I can walk around. Okay? And improve on resources and facilities in those non-gazetted hostels. Don't mark me wrong by posting on Campus Weekly that he said he's going to bring Wi-Fi and this one and this one. But I will do this one amicably with the hostel owners to make sure all these things I'm planning run in place. Okay? And transparency and accountability is what I will focus on. Any haram-scaram act in any of the office, I will not kowtow in that poho. Inclusiveness and engagement, I will not let anybody remain behind as a laggard. We are all going to move at the same place. Before I leave, let me promise you, I will listen to your concern, advocate for your rights, and keep you informed and work collaboratively with the others who are coming in place, but not convincing that I will follow them. I will follow my will. As a good leader, I'm winding up. As a good leader, you must not be characterized by buncho and chicanery, which I am involved in that show. Thank you so much. I hope I answered the first question I asked from the beginning. I would like to stop here. Any question, I'm ready to give you the answer.
Thank you.